Oh, I didn't realize I had my camera on. I thought I had the other one on. I really did. I thought I had the other camera on. Or not the other camera, the other, I forgot that I was testing the direction of which I had the camera focused today. So I've been on the struggle bus a bit lately. So today we're pretty much just going to be doing this because I need to do this for me, and it will chill me out, and I will get to be able to play and stream and just kind of sit and talk today, which is good for me. So because this last little bit has been really rough, and so sometimes it's kind of a good thing if you kind of like take a day off and then kind of like not stress about it and stuff like that and just kind of do what you want. So I've got some mechanical stuff that I need to work on with the priest. I don't really know whether or not I have the buttons where I want them. And I think that's the primary issue. So I might, let's just flip them and see how we feel about it. I guess I'll just do, yeah, that's, yeah, this, unfortunately, I don't really have the buttons where I want them to be, which is kind of like the biggest issue. But, so, in other words, I'm sure that I've been playing my monk for forever, and I'm sure you guys are probably like, wait, why is he playing a priest? Well, it's because the guild that I'm in, that I'm playing with, doesn't even have one. And so it's basically a free spot if I can, if I want it. I'm not really too, I don't really care. I mean, monk is fun, I guess, but this is fun too, I guess, so we'll try this loadout. See how that feels. I don't really know yet. I don't really know if I have it where I want it to be. What's up, Garg? How are you, man? How are you? What do you got going on today, man? What do you got going on? What's going on in your world? I'm sorry about yesterday. I was just not having what I would like to call the greatest of days yesterday. I've got an issue going on with one of my friends that's really bothering me, and I think everything just kind of spilled over yesterday, and I wasn't quite able to kind of handle that how I had wanted to yesterday. One of my friends is being an asshole, and I'm not happy with it. And I'm kind of like, I think I'm letting the behavior alter how I feel about things, and so it's causing sometimes things to be a little bit more, I don't know what you'd say, constrained or more constrained than normally. So I'm kind of like feeling a little bit of that bitterness there, which is typically something that I don't ever have. Like, I generally don't have a lot of bitterness, and I don't consider myself a very bitter person. But I think that another person's bitterness is not rubbing off on me, but I'm feeling very conflicted about how I feel about it as a result of that. And I think that's probably what's causing me some undue stress. Besides, I've been having a lot of, like, what is it called? Like, not days of like having things kind of go how I anticipated lately. And so it's been kind of like a struggle bus a little bit. So I'm kind of like, maybe I'm letting a little bit of that kind of get to me, possibly. And I'm not infallible, you know what I mean? I consider myself somewhat of a, you know what I mean? Of a, you know, a dude that kind of handles his own pretty well. But every now and then, you know what I mean? You get that kind of like, things get kind of out of order and you got to kind of figure out how to kind of right the ship a little bit. We are going to do this change, though. I think I can do that. I think I can do the... Because I don't actually cast Shadowward Pain very much. Because Shadowward Pain gets cast from... Where is it? Mind Blast. Cast at your target. So Shadow Crash, so that's how Shadow Crash applies Vamp Touch to up to 8 targets it hits. Shadow Word Pain periodic damage is a chance to reset the remaining cooldown of your Mind Blast and cause your next Mind Blast to be instant. I love that. Your Mind Flay, Mind Spike, and Void Torrent damage increases the damage of your periodic shadow effects on the target by 1%, stacking up to 5 times. Vampiric Touch deals 30% damage and has a chance to generate 2 insanity each time it deals damage. Let's do this. Shadow Word Pain damage is a chance to reset the cooldown of Shadow Word Death, increase its damage by 25%, and deal damage as if the target striking. Okay, let's try this. So I was doing this. Devouring Plague causes your Shadow Word Pain and Vampiric Touch to deal 40% faster on all targets for 3 seconds. All right, so let's do this. So we'll try this a little bit. I gotta fuck around with some of these talents and stuff. I can see if I like them better. So Mind Flay, Mind Spike, and Void Torrent damage increases the damage. What was it? Where is that? Increases the damage of your periodic shadow effects by 2%, stacking up to 5 times. So that would be 10%. That feels like a really strong talent. Increases the critical strike chance of your Mind Blast. Critical strike chance of your Mind Blast by 4%. Increases their critical strike damage by 20%. That also feels pretty good too. Let me look at the big builds here for the big smart people and see what the difference is between what I'm doing and what they're doing. Maybe I'll get some key insights on how to do this in a different way. Maybe that'll help. Let's take a look. So they all of them want to run Archon. And none of them are running the Yogg-Saron thing. Interesting. All right. Let's do this dungeon here. I don't really know. I like this build, though. It's fun.
The expedition built the Priory as a place to contemplate the mysteries of Belladar.
Okay. Where's the shaman?
But of late, the devotees have
Thank
become secretive, hostile. The god sought to kill you. Captain Dale Cry is protecting something. Each of his lieutenants bolsters his tactics. Draw them away and defeat them.
That's Shadow Locked. That doesn't make me a happy camper. Woo! I feel like I'm getting better at it, but it's still complicated rotation. It's not complicated. There's just a lot going on, and I feel like I'm constantly not getting it.
minor. The intruders defile the altar of the sacred flame.
I don't know. It's fun. I just don't. I don't know whether or not that I have the gear for it or not yet, though. It's like, it's really weird. It's like, I don't know whether or not that there's a gearing issue or whether or not that I have, because I might not have all the rest of the gear. And I don't want to say that it's...
Lieutenant, eliminate these birds. Hold. I see their gambit. They seek to ambush me without my lieutenants.
Whew.
Ours is the true path for the Arathis.
So I don't know whether or not I'm supposed to be clipping Mind Flay or not. Doesn't feel like I should be, but I am. Ooh. Waste. It's a pretty big upgrade.
Are these steel strikes, lackeys? Guards! Guards! Destroy the to the Empire has passed. Soon, the true faithful will arise, and the Arathi will be mighty.
It's fucking fun to play, though. There is no doubt about it.
They've served their purpose. Baron, demonstrate your worth.
It is definitely fun, and I actually have fun playing it.
The Emperor will fall at our feet. By the Emperor's will. By my holy hammer. Flames wrath heal me. Shielded by flames light.
Tentacles! Tentacles! Tentacles!
Murpray has warped the
I love the
from a
fucking
place of
tentacles.
contemplation to an uprising. Why? She has always preached of the strength of the Emperor's will, but to turn against us is madness.
It's just fun. I mean, it's just... I don't traditionally like caster classes, but this is fun. I mean, the only thing that's kind of like not fun is that it's kind of difficult to do when you're moving, which I kind of haven't quite gotten the feel for yet, but I like it.
this.
Foolish outsiders, Benedar's sacred flame will simply raise him back to duty.
Man, it's fun. I don't have the gear yet, but I fucking love playing it. Oop.
Sacred flame will cleanse your transgressions. Flames take you.
Woo!
My blaze be purified. Rather than victory, cast into the flame. My blaze be purified. Burn by sacred flame. Burn by sacred flame.
Woo!
My blade. The Empire
Yeah.
will see you burn.
I feel like I could have played that a little better.
It is
But, I mean,
done.
it's also a gearing thing.
Zealots no longer
Cool.
steer our faith towards destruction.
I mean, obviously it's a gearing thing too, because, you know what I mean, you're always going to be picking up new
All
stuff. I
take
mean,
comfort in the
the,
light
I mean,
of the
obviously,
sacred
maybe
flame.
once I have that fucking
Thank
weapon,
you.
that'll change things. Oh, they all left. Maybe that'll change things too. Is if I get a better weapon, that'll change things too. It's possible. I mean, weapons are generally, traditionally, where the biggest part of your damage profile is going to come from. I mean, this is obviously, you know what I mean, it's probably my lowest geared piece at this point. My problem is that I just don't know whether or not that what is going to be the cause of the biggest damage increase. Is it going to be from the is it going to be from, oh, I guess I can do this delve real quick. Is it going to be from the weapon, or is it just from rotational errors? I mean, the rotational errors, I'm fixing them. Still not great at it yet, but I'm getting better. But it definitely feels funky. All right, so last time I played, I was playing with my monk. My monk just flies through this. Brand is gathering tools, return percent to under the powerful artifact that grants you a powerful boon. Brand spells those have a chance to create bursts of energy, warping the flow of time. Upon entering combat, players gain massive or miniature. Do that one. When a player's health falls below 40% health during combat, the idol awakens, dealing moderate physical damage to nearby enemies. Let's see what else we got here. During combat, Brand designates a player to guide his shots. Brand's spells and abilities have a chance to weaken enemies. Rage when a combat period, starting increasing its damage. Also some health. Spells have a chance to awaken the idol. I mean, none of them are that great. Spells and abilities, I'll try that. I mean, I do like this character. The thing is that's funny about the priest versus the monk is that the priest...
There is always hope if you choose to look for it.
The priest has no fucking mobility. Whereas that the... Whereas that the monk has so much of it, it's kind of uncomfortable. So I feel like it's like... There's like a huge gap between the character that has a fucking ton of movement and a character that has fucking none. You know, it's like the juxtaposition between the two that I think that's what causes the most consternation for me, is I feel like I'm constantly I also don't love the in combat
Those spores will blow up if we hit them.
shit. So much fucking maybe I should just try Archon and see if I like it. Hi, you already tried streamviewers.org? Sorry, if you're trying to sell anything to me, you can leave. I don't actually need stream viewers. I'm just streaming a game for myself today, which is why my viewership isn't what it normally is. Thanks, though.
Here's your take of the spoils.
Mr. Peppers. Mr. Peppers. I'm actually really happy with what my stream looks like and all that stuff. I think one of the things that we as people forget about is that we choose our happiness. It's something that's fostered in ourselves, and that no one does that for us. And that we have to be the better carrier of how we feel. And we have to make that decision about what we want to do. And no one can do that for us. Which I should take my own advice sometimes. I should take my own advice sometimes when I don't. And I get caught up in the rigmarole of what I want versus what is the reality of what should be. Which is that this is my house and I get to decide what I'm doing. I think sometimes I forget that. And that's my fault. Am I winning? I am now. I haven't been lately. What's going on, Mr. Bojangles? How are you? I was just getting somebody fucking advertising to me, a fucking spammer bot. And so I kind of got a little, like, you know what I mean? Like, no one's talked to me other than the fucking spammer bot. You're talking in just a world where you were fighting. Are you interested in Space Marine? You did ask me. So how I feel about that game, I'm actually waiting. I'm waiting to see how it releases, and I'm waiting to see how it plays, because there's a lot to be said about, like, I don't know how that game is going to play initially. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, it could be really poorly optimized. And so I'm kind of, hey, what's up, Jake? So I'm kind of waiting. You know what I mean? Like, it looks interesting, and I'm kind of interested, but then, like, it's a big game, right? From a studio that I don't know very well. So I'm kind of like, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. Yes and no. Does that make sense? I'm gonna stream it tomorrow. Good. If you like it and you're in love with it and it streams well, then I'll probably buy it. It's on my wish list. I have no intention of not doing it. You know what I mean? Or not, you know, or not being interested in it. You know what I mean? It's not like a game where it's like it's a hard pass for me and I'm already no. You know what I mean? Because there's a difference between a game where it's like a fucking fat no and like a kind of no or like maybe. It's not either one of those things, if that makes sense, you know? So to me, it's more like, because it's not far off of like what a game that I traditionally would like. I just kind of need a little bit more information about whether or not that it's going to be something that I'm going to fall in love with. And sometimes those games have a way of like, I don't know, being like really busy. So we'll see. You know what I mean? I like shooter games. You know what I mean? It's not like it's a genre that I don't like. You know what I mean? I'm just kind of waiting until somebody tells me, dude, this is really great and here's why. You know, does that make sense? I hope it does, because like I've bought a bunch of games in the last, I really haven't, but that's a lot. There's just been a couple games that I've purchased in the last little bit here that have just been not what I'm looking for. So I'm kind of like hoping that the next game that I actually buy is a win. I expect it to play like Doom. See, I hope it doesn't play like Doom, because one of the things I don't like about Doom, which is one of the things I absolutely love about Apex Legends, is that I hate the movement in Doom. I do not like that floaty fucking movement. It's probably the number one, in my opinion, turn off in a game for me, is the floaty movement. If that even makes even the remotest sense. You know what I mean? I mean, like pew pew smack combat. Yeah. I mean, I watched some of the VODs for it and stuff like that. Not VODs, but I did watch some of the videos and stuff like that where they were going over it, like what it is and what it means and all that shit. And it's not like I'm like I said, it's not like it's a hard pass for me where I'm like already out. It's just more like a, you know what I mean? Like I'm just waiting for that sell, you know? And that is not, by any stretch of the imagination, you know what I mean, not a bad thing for me to be a little bit more patient, you know? I mean, the other issue is that, and all week has been a problem for me, which is that I am not even going to remotely lie. Like, I was having to like, I am having fun with this game right now. Like, I'm having a lot of fun playing WoW right now. And because I am, and I'm like, it's what I want to be playing, and I'm not, Like, that is the kind of shit that, like, gets me to, like, not get burned out, but, like, bums me out badly. Is because if I, like, want to play something and I'm not playing it because I want to, because I feel like I'm obligated to do something else, that's, like, the worst shit ever. WoW has always done god terrible fucking viewership for me. But you know what though? I mean, if it's what I want to do, that's every MMO? Not necessarily. And there's a lot of people out there that play World of Warcraft and do really well. You know what I mean? It's just more like, it's more like, I like to play games like this sometimes. I do. And it's fun for me, mechanically, and, you know, and I get to sit and chat and stuff like that. And I mean, well, let's be honest here. The biggest issue is that Act 3 from Baldur's Gate is not grabbing my attention. And that's, honestly, that's the biggest crime of any game. Die! Die! Like, that was a huge turnoff. So I'm gonna have to weather that storm and figure out how to get that going on. Yeah, I know. Chill out. I know how they work. No Discord ping. Oh shit, I forgot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I forgot. I just started playing today. I just started playing today and I forgot. I apologize. That's me. I went out this morning, so I've played a few solo games plat now. Yeah, all right. This is it. Now we got a boss here, so now I got to do an actual little, it's like a little mini boss. I totally fucked up my rotation. You're all good? You're just so excited to jump into a... I actually fucking am, dude. It's weird. It's like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a weird dude. I've been playing, so the games that I've been playing lately is that I have been having a fucking absolute ton of fun playing Street Fighter. A ton of fun playing Street Fighter and a ton of fun playing this, actually. And like some of the other games which I've been playing lately, I just haven't been having as much fun with. Now, Apex Legends is a different story altogether. Like, I don't even consider Apex Legends there's like no category that I put Apex Legends in. And the reason being is because Apex Legends is probably one of my most fun multiplayer games. And I love that game, but I don't love playing that game by myself. I mean, it's fine, but it's like, so yesterday I played it for like 10 minutes or whatever, or 20 minutes or however long that was, but it's just not as much fun playing alone. Whereas that this game, like, I can just chill, I can talk, I can put my fucking hands up. You know what I mean? I can take a drink of water. I can talk to chat. I can pull menus up, and it's just fun. It's just chill for me. And I like it. But not only that, I can also dial this up too, and make this game significantly more difficult if I want to. A lot of it has to do with choice, I think, which is that sometimes I just am not I'm not being allowed to choose. You just pooped out a thing. Like, sometimes I feel like it's like not allowing me to make a choice, and I feel like that's probably the thing that's causing me the biggest issue is that, like, I'm not able to make a choice about what style of gameplay that I'm looking for. And I think that's what causes me the most issues sometimes. So it's like, you know, opening day or, you know, patch day for Snap. Patch day for Snap is just not fun for me. I just get fucking raked over the coals. And not to say that winning is everything in that game, but it's just not as much fun as it is when I can just casually do my dailies and my stuff like that. And you know what I mean? And that part of it is fun for me. And so it's kind of like more like I get to decide when I want to do that and when I want to do the things. And so I do feel responsible because there's days like today where there's drops and stuff like that, you know, and I could be streaming it, but I'm just not in the mood. You know, it's more fun when I'm like, you know, that stream when I was doing it where I was playing with Mav and I was playing with Andy and stuff like that. So I mean, maybe it'll be more collaborative for me and I'll enjoy it more when I'm doing it more as a collaborative thing rather than kind of like an independent thing. And maybe that'll help. It's possible. I don't know. I don't have the, what is it called? My rudder just isn't. I haven't quite figured that part out yet. But one of the things I think that makes me happy is the fact that I haven't figured everything out yet as much, you know what I mean? Bloop. So, ah. Boop. Die. If you guys have any questions about what my character is and what I'm doing, feel free to ask. So, oh shit, there's a little thing down here. Treasure chest. Whoops. Can I get back up here now, or is this? Yes. Ooh, I'll take resonant crystals. Boop. There's all kinds of little hidden things everywhere. It's like trying to get all this little hidden shit. It's a huge pain in the ass. So these guys, these big boss guys are traditionally a big fucking pain in the ass. Let's go ahead and kill these spores if I can do this real quick before I'm actually fighting the boss. There's one. I guess I can do this right here. So let's do this. Oh, he fucking shadow locked me? Fuck off. Get away from me. So I just can't, they won't die now? Is that what's going on here? Do I just have to do this the whole time? That's kind of annoying. Just run around fucking circles and just dot everything. Whatever. That was boring.
Just the thing to blast through this.
So those really weren't doing that much damage. They felt like they were, but I guess they weren't. Normally those fucking explosions do a fucking ridiculous amount of damage, but obviously it wasn't doing much damage. So I was just kind of running away from it when I shouldn't have been. All right. All right. So, ooh, a fucking staff at 555, which is actually better. See, I really wish that there was an easy way of telling what my 450. Okay, so it's actually better, but not by much. But it's better. Better is better is better. Better is better is better. Better is better is better. So, I guess I'll keep the bucket. I'll keep the bucket. And get rid of this one. And then that I don't need. 558. I think I'm better than that. 564. 71. 558. Oh, it's plate. 561. So I can just DE the rest of this shit. Gem cutter. Plate. Obviously don't need that. 471. Okay. It's weird. It's like one of the things that's kind of funny about this character is that I love, like, cosmetically where characters look sometimes. But this character's so funky. Oops. Did you boost? No, I did not. No, so one of the things that they did is that they really, World of Warcraft, for whatever reason, like, they made this game, their goal was to make this game where you get to play it if you want to, and you get to play whatever character you want to play at any given time. So I'll show you here in just a second, since I get out of trouble here. So one of the big things that they changed is, where is it? Summary. Characters. Reached level 80 with 3 characters, 15% additional experience up to level 80. So one of the things that they did is that, and I just read that, I don't know if you can see that. Now the text is really small. One of the things that they did is that they have no intention of you not to be playing at maximum level. They know it. And they want you to get as quickly from the lowest level, if you are that, to maximum level as soon as possible. And they also want you to be playing on more, I think they want you to be playing on more than one character. I think they want you to be playing on more than one character if you do so choose. Like, I don't think that they have any delusions about that. It feels to me like their goal is that they just want you to play. You know what I mean? They want you to do the stuff or whatever. And I think that they feel like the way to get you to play, you know what I mean, is to just allow you to do whatever. I think that World of Warcraft probably makes so much money off of just doing what it does, you know, that, not doing what it does, but because it's still subscription, they linked faction reps. Yeah, so it's kind of confusing, but I'll show you what they did. So the old faction system, like reputation system, they got rid of that. They have this new thing now, which is called warband reputation. And what this is it's just like a normal reputation. You've got, you know, 1 through ad nauseum numbers, you know what I mean? And you get a reward for as much as this you complete, you get a new thing, right? You know what I mean? Every pip that you go up, it gets you something else. There's cosmetic stuff, there's gear stuff, there's crafting stuff, there's all this shit. And it's all tied to these reputations, which are called renown, right? And every expansion has like a shifting change of renown. So like Dragonflight had a bunch of these, and now we've got this Council of Dornegal, Assembly of the Deep, and then these other ones I haven't unlocked yet. And you do the quests to unlock the shit.
Feel the warmth of
Hi, sorry I'm late. Not feeling well today. Yeah, you and me both. But like you get all this stuff, right? These like reputations and things and anything. But what they did with the old system is that this is, if you look on this is my character here, and then this is all her currency, which is all like the different. And in my opinion, this is one of the things that World of Warcraft has a problem with, is that World of Warcraft has got too many currencies. There's like all of this stuff. Valor Stones, Resonance Crystals, Residual Memories, Weathered Harbinger Coin. Look at Dragonflight. Dragonflight had 4, but then it had 30 different things that you kept in your inventory. Stones and seeds and all this shit. And it's like, in my opinion, like tchotchkes, like little tchotchkes, like stuff like this is bad. It's like, it's something that I just don't love. So one of the things I like about Diablo 4 and Diablo 3, I think started it, is Diablo 3 stopped having you keep track of tchotchkes. You know what I mean? Like, you don't really have to keep track of this shit. Whereas, actually, no, Diablo 4 pisses me off. Because you've got that bag where you've got all your, like, items in it or whatever, and then you've got another bag that's got all your consumables, and then another bag that's got your keys, and another bag that's got your crafting stuff to be able to make the Uber bosses. It's stupid. It's just dumb. It's just like all these materials, and it's like nothing is cohesive. It doesn't make sense. There needs to be like something like this. Let me pull it up here real quick. No, it's this one. Something like this, where like this is what the Uber boss thing for Diablo needs to look like. You get one of those, 60 of these, 10 of these, and one of these, and boom, you can fucking summon it. And then it makes a portal, you click the portal, you go. You know what I mean? That's how it should look. Not there's just so many currencies, and like one of the things that like I can't stand is when you've got all of this ridiculous amounts of currencies and shit. It's like, it's something that now obviously, you know, the crafting situation for a while was great. Uh-oh. What am I doing? Get chopping. What am I chopping? Peel. Okay. What are we doing? I'm peeling garlic. Okay. I think Terry is out today, Maverick. By the way, if I didn't thank you for the resub yesterday for Prime, thank you so much. Is it right? What do you mean? Is what right? Yeah, I think it's today.
We are the holders of hope.
So did that open the renown yet? So weird. I didn't know he was out. You thank me. You're always good about that. I tried. Sometimes I forget. By the way, so this is my character. Now, I'm sure you're probably like, why is she all glowy purple? She's glowy purple because my character is a shadow priest. So I can turn myself out of shadow form so you can actually see what she looks like normally. That's what she looks like. She's got her little half shorts on and her knee pads and stuff like that. She's a shadow. Pigpen from Peanuts. So let's take a look here. Terry arrives. No. So it's his fucking shit in the fucking for your character, not the actual character. Jesus fucking Christ. So when does Terry release? What day? Marvel vs. Capcom Fighters Collection makes its superhero arrival on September 12th. Marvel 24... Fucking hell. September 24th, I think? I thought it was at the end of the month. Yeah, okay. That sounds more... Marvel 24th? Yeah, well that's this game. No, excuse me. Wish list. That's this game. Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Edition Arcade Classics comes out on September 11th. And this is just a pre-sale. It's not, you don't get anything special for it. So, yeah, the 4-player mode is going to go crazy. Yeah, so just to let you know, Maverick, I have played a lot, not a little, a lot of X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom, and Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I would classify myself as good at Marvel vs. Street Fighter. Now, I will be curious to see how they do this, because X-Men vs. Street Fighter is a little broken. There is stuff in that game that's kind of stupid. Marvel vs. Capcom is a little bit better as far as balance is concerned, and then Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is the start of when the game started to get a little out of control. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is when the game got a little nuts. Like a lot of shit on screen, stuff like that. It's not as much, it's a little bit more chaotic. So like the new Marvel games, like the Marvel Street Fighter or like the Marvel, whatever it's called, Ultimate Marvel, whatever. There's a lot of shit on screen for that stuff. A lot. What's going on, Mr. Bojiggles? Shit on? Yeah, I mean, initially, it'll take Mav a little bit of time to get caught up because I've played a lot of fucking X-Men versus Street Fighter. But I don't. Maverick doesn't respond poorly to that. His response is, "Let's play and let's learn it." Not, you know what I mean? Like, "Oh my God, you're so good, I'll never get caught up. I'm gonna sit in the lab until I can be something." So stoked, no sarcasm. I want to learn. Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's one of those things that you learn that stuff by in multiple ways. You learn it by playing it, A, and then B, I'm curious to see whether or not you can queue for things. You know what I mean? Like if you're just sitting at your house and you know what I mean, like it's late at night or whatever and you want to play, like, and I'm not around or Jazz isn't around, you know, whether or not you can queue and actually get to play with somebody, you know? So I'm curious to see how that's going to work. I don't know, and I don't have the answer to that. You want to do music for WoW or no? You can do WoW's music. WoW's music's actually not that bad. Tell me if it's too loud. Nick Fury, Titania. I've still yet to queue for Street Fighter 6. Gonna try it out. So the one thing you'll notice for Street Fighter 6, and this is just no bullshit about this, which is that the game's been out for a year. Fighting games are notorious for, you just have to be comfortable with what rank you get. If you're a silver player, you just have to be cool with it. Practice and learn. If you're a plat player, practice and learn. If you're a diamond player, you know, like wherever you end up, that's where you end up. You as a person have to decide whether or not that you want to practice and get better. I've been a bronzy my whole life in every game I play. No shame in bronze. Funny story about that, Maverick. I can tell you right now, you would not be bronze in Apex Legends. You would be a silver or gold player. No cap. I'm telling you right now, like your natural ability, and because that it's a team game, you would be playing with the team, and that you would naturally adapt and become, you'd probably be where I'm at. Not gonna lie. And I'm not diminishing my abilities, but more just like the reality of the fact that in order to get out of that gold matrix, all that means is that you would have to spend more time. So like the reason why I basically am gold in fucking Apex Legends every season is because I don't spend enough time doing the ranked thing to see where I truly would end up if I actually pushed myself. Because I prefer to play with my friends. Because I prefer to play with my friends, it doesn't mean that my friends are bad, but it's just that if we're not feeling like playing ranked, I don't push my friends to play ranked, and I don't message my friends and like, yo dogs, let's get it together, we're playing ranked this week. You know what I mean? Like I just don't do that. I just do stuff. All right, this is a dungeon. We're gonna do a little bit of a dungeon. We're gonna do a dungeon here. We're gonna do a dungeon here. You guys get to see how chaotic modern World of Warcraft has become in dungeons. This is the new way of things. The tank is up here, runs at the fucking boss, and just pulls everything in one big giant pack. And here he goes again. He's already on his way. Honestly, I think if he's ever going to play another MMO, it's a high likelihood it's WoW. So here are my feelings on World of Warcraft. And this is a full explanation of how I feel about this game and I felt about this game. World of Warcraft is a brilliant doodle game. It is a brilliant doodle game with a lot of shit there if you want it. The problem with it is that you have to make a decision about what you want. Because like if you want to be able to do content and you want to be able to do Mythic Plus or what all this other crap that you can do in this game, you really have to make a decision about what you want to do. Because there's so much to do, you can get wrapped up in doing too much, and there's a problem with that. Because there's just you can get caught in a loop of like always having so much stuff to do that you're like, wait a minute, and then fucking 8 hours go by and you're like, what the fuck? The issue with that is that if your goals and your time isn't aligned, that's where World of Warcraft can be really fucking dangerous. Boss dead. And this issue is constant and annoying. So obviously there was a tank item on the first boss. Pulled the jig yesterday and forgot to eat lunch, and it was a fucking mistake. I haven't eaten yet today. But I ate a lot yesterday, so. Don't forget to eat. I'm good. I'm good today. I ate too much yesterday. So, he mentioned my pet. My little pet. I have a little fucking octopus. By the way, I have a little octopuses. So the reason why I like my octopus is because I don't know how to make it do its thing, but it fucking jumps on my head. It'll like jump and sit on my top of my head and I look like I have an octopus on my head. I don't know why it does it. But it like floats around and eventually it'll jump on my head. So I've got this like big bubble on my head. So the first boss in here, what you're seeing here is the first boss, I guess, dropped an item. That the tank wanted. So let's see what it was. So I guess I'll go here to that. Is your hair naturally straight or you straighten it? Naturally straight. This is how I woke up today. Lucky duck. If you got curly hair, just be curly. You don't have to be lucky. Dude, if I had curly hair, I would just have curly hair. I would not care. I consider myself a pretty You think you'd still color it if you have curls? No idea. I mean, coloring is a matter of that sucks. I get an 8-minute fucking debuff. I get an 8-minute fucking debuff because of that. The tank left. So there was an item that dropped on the first boss. The item did not drop, and the tank immediately left. And so people kept leaving the instance because there was no tank, and we were just sitting there. And eventually it got down to 2 people, and it would take 10 minutes for the run to fill up again. So it's just, there's every now and then there's just stuff like that that's just annoying, but I don't think it's every game has problems like that. Pretty. This zone is pretty. It's a little weird that it's entirely underground with these big giant airships everywhere. But that doesn't take away that it's pretty. I can try. Let me build up some vigor first. Yeah, let me try it. So, you'll see in the middle of the screen these bubbles here. The bubbles are my, like, dragon's vigor. My mount. And if I get... Let me get this filled back up again. Once it's filled back up again, then we'll go and we'll try to do it. I want to get up here, whatever the fuck that building is. And if you'll notice that this is all brown, like it's not filled in with color, that means I haven't actually explored it. Light Eater. Is there a flight path up here? There is. Meeting stone for Priory of the Sacred Flame. Whatever the fuck that is. Whatever the fuck that is. Letter? Holy shit, it's a big ass fucking town. You want me to try to land on a fucking... Alright, here we go. We got one right over here. Now let's try. Let's see if we can do this. I'm going to be really disappointed if it just allows me to just fly right through it. Nope, that's landable. I could tell when I got close up to it, when I saw the NPCs on here, I was like, yup. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, some games have stuff like that where it's just kind of like, you know what I mean? They're just doodads and stuff like that. But I don't know. World of Warcraft's at the point now where they can do shit like this and they just make stuff. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, they're at the point where they can do stuff. Well, that's... So, one of the things that's good about WoW, and honestly, there's few MMOs that can touch it. You know what I mean? Is that you got to remember, this game has been out for so long that they're at the point where the details are just way over. So let me go show you an example of that. See, let me just find something simple. So like some animator like did all this. Just simple stuff, you know what I mean? Like little details. None of this. I was flying in New York City when it got released. Yeah. So like, you know, like the little guys, they're doing their thing. But there's no, you know, there's no reason. They just have their little dudes. You know? We'll go into one of the buildings here. Same thing. Like all this stuff is all, they just add all the shit everywhere. Just little details and things. You know, the more stuff they do. So, the realm that I am on is one of the largest realms in the world. So it's one of the most populated realms in the world. So you get phased a lot. What that means is that there's like different, the realm Area 52 has like multiple different phases of this particular zone to keep the population down so that the latency isn't that bad, if that makes sense. I'm trying to get in this building here, but you can see players. So anytime that you see the players running around, it's pretty, I mean, so this realm is predominantly Horde. There's almost no Alliance on this realm. My priest is Night Elf, which is Alliance. See, she's Night Elf. All of the reason why all these players are orange names, their names are all orange, is because these are actually Horde players. If they're Alliance players, like this little girl here, like see how she's blue? I can interact with her because she's actually Alliance. There's another one. For the Horde. Yeah, I've been Horde before. I've been Alliance before. It's kind of... The guild that I'm in now, you can see here, is almost entirely Alliance. All of the officer corps, all that stuff, they're all Alliance. So, I didn't really... My priest was on a dead realm when I went and got her. So, and I could move her here, but I didn't get the chance to pick her. Like, she was Alliance because she's been Alliance for probably 10 years. So I left her as Alliance. Don't think I've taken any Alliance character past 30. I've got a couple. So I like her, fine, she's fine. Not really digging this lamp staff. Let's get a different one. Let's get something cooler. Let's get the purple fucking, let's get the purple cane. The purple cane. So where's the inn? And then I'll show you the rest of I'll show you what the, ooh, shit. What the warband thing looks like. I'm looking for a little inn button. There it is. It's gotta be right here. Whoop. Where the fucking hell is it? Dungeon, this. I will find it. Right, this building? Nope. Which fucking building is it? Oh, here you go. It's a fucking chef. That is a lot of doodads. My beta nut off rogue might have been the highest. Alright. So this is what the warband system looks like. So your warband is that you can have 4 characters in it, and they can be across any realm. So there's no restrictions to that. I think warbanding just allows you to be able to trade stuff amongst them. And there's things that you can trade amongst your warband characters pretty easily. There's my monk, which I've had for a long time. I love this character. So this is, I would theoretically call my monk my main. I still feel like the monk is my main, even though that I'm playing the priest right now. It's just that the guild needs a shadow priest, and I played it for a little bit to try it out. I actually like it. But my monk is technically the character. I mean, I'm going to keep playing the monk just because I love it so much. You can see the latency now. How many people are up here? Look at the fucking amount of players that are here. This is the main capital city. That's why you see all these fucking players over. But I like the monk fine. I mean, one of the things I like about the monk is that it's pretty uncommon. She's kind of difficult to play, I guess, to some degree. But I still like it. But I'm actually really having fun playing the priest right now. She's just fun. I mean, I can't deny that it's fun. The shaman, the elemental shaman is... I play the shaman, the 2 DPS specs, the both enhancement and elemental. I don't really heal very much. That's not really my thing. But this character I've had for 16 years. Get my coffee.